Not even fucking kidding. I have constantly like 3 mosquitoes just swarming around me this whole time. Fucking Calgary, man. Like, who would have thought this would be a breeding fucking haven for mosquitoes? But fuck it, I'm still gonna do it. Maybe I'll re-record this at a later time where I'm not juggling mosquitoes at the same time. Okay, so why post 3 times a day under 20 minutes per video, right? I kind of talked about it already, but it just keeps you from overthinking. You know, like if you spend like 2 hours a day on a video, like reshooting it and like being super fucking like anal about how you say things and keeping to script, like not only is it really fucking boring and it kind of just like dries the puss, you know, it's like there's no moisture, it's just you're dry. But it takes longer and it's less impactful, and basically everybody loses when you do it that way. So when you give yourself more permission to just play and just send things and just be imperfect, basically, without trying to manage your image so much because you're so afraid of how people think of you, like, not only will people think of you better, it's more fun, it's faster, and you have more results. Like, literally every single factor that you could ever want in this whole process gets better when you're not being perfectionistic and being fearful of what you look like. When you just take your ego out of the fucking equation and you just flow and you just talk, like, God fucking angels jizz on you because you're just being real and you're just in the flow of the divine fucking channeling, right? So that's why we do it. And also sometimes it's like, you know, you might have one idea that you think is a really good idea, and then you might be really focused on trying to make sure it's a good idea. Like, okay, we're all gonna go through that. You're kind of jerking yourself off to the idea because you're like, oh my god, this is such a brilliant, genius idea. You know, I want to make sure people really understand me and feel the impact that it has, right? It's natural. Your ego's gonna get in the way. But let's say you make that one idea, you make that video, it might spark another idea in the process of you making it, and then you might be like, oh shit, actually, let me just quickly make another video since I'm just kind of, you know, I've got the camera set up and I'm filming, right? Let's just do another video, right? And then that video might trigger another idea, then you do another video and so on and so forth, right? And that's kind of the crescendo flow effect of doing multiple videos in one take. Obviously, in the beginning, it might be a bit hard for you to get into the flow, but eventually I feel like this is the aim. This is a goal everyone should aim towards, where you might have one idea that kind of opens the gate for you to start channeling and start speaking, right? But then once the gate opens, it's like you want to just download and speak as much as possible in that one session of everything that might come through. Sometimes it is just one video, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 5. You don't know, right? Sometimes you're just walking, you have one idea, you film, you're like, cool, I'm done, I'm happy, I got a video. And then 5 minutes later, you get another and you keep shooting, right? But if you're so fixated on just perfecting one video, then you don't, like, you basically cock block the rest of the videos from coming through. So that's why I'm like, okay, aim to, if you can, like, to make 3 videos a day, because then you're not worried about perfecting one video and being overly perfectionistic, but you are just focused on the flow and on sending and just being imperfect and just playing, right? Yeah, and again, with the whole 20-minute thing, it's like, well, you know, if you spend an hour editing and trying to do every filter and fucking sound effect and shit, it's like, you make it too heavy and you put too much attachments and expectations on it that eventually you'll find those videos actually tank. It's like the videos you'll probably find, and everyone finds this, it's like the videos where you just don't give a shit, you're just playing, you're not attached, and it was just like a shit post. Those videos tend to always do the most than the ones where you spend so long scripting and editing and putting so much effort in, and you feel so discouraged and disheartened when it doesn't perform well. And in a way, I feel like it's God telling you, hey, we're not about this like ego jerking thing where you're trying to make it all about you and look at me, how great I am at speaking and editing and stuff. No, it's like, we just want you to just put the fries in the bag, bro. Like, we don't care what the bag looks like, which hand you put the fries in with. If you have nice nails as you put the, it's like, fuck it, we don't care. We just want you to put the fries in the bag, bro. Just show up and say your piece. If you're circle jerking off to yourself with every little thing to try and make it perfect, it actually, like, it becomes this like desperate, like icky kind of seedy energy in the video where people's like, oh, this guy's trying really hard to be liked, and I don't know why, but I just don't want to watch it. But when you just show up and you don't give a shit, that's attractive, that's magnetic, right? And that's where we want to get to in this thing. And we don't want to artificially try to be magnetic or anything, right? It's like, this is not about your image. This is literally about just showing up and just doing your job, of just sending the information of your gift that you just happen to enjoy in this life into this world and sharing with people. Like, that's the fries in the bag. Just do your fucking job, basically. You know, it's like that story of Michael Jackson being, you know, he had an idea for a song. It's like 3 a.m. and he goes to his producer, hey, can we make this song right now and go to the studio? And his producer's like, no, Michael, it's 3 a.m. Can we wait until we wake up? And he's like, no, we got to do it now. Otherwise Prince is going to get it. Because he knew that was when the energy was mostly alive. That was the lightning. And he had to just show up and do it. He had to put the fries in the bag. He had to put the lightning in the bottle, right? Boom. That's why he had to do it. He could feel it. And it's the exact same thing. It's like, you're not making maybe fucking a platinum level song right now. You're just making a reel. But it's the same creative process. This is just like the easiest version of the creative process. Like, this is art, basically, whether it's music, whatever. If you're just showing up being real and you're saying your shit and you're giving your heart into the world, that is magic. That is art. And who knows, maybe, yeah, one of these reels, it goes viral and it's super impactful, and then your whole career takes off, and all your heroes that you looked up to, they see that video, they're like, hey man, that's really cool, come join the club and be cool with us, right? Who knows, right? But you got to get into this flow, this practice of learning and feeling when the lightning comes, and you just sending it without all the perfectionist bullshit that blocks the flow from actually going through. There's also the story of a pottery teacher telling his class, like, hey, we're gonna put you into 2 groups. I want one group for the next month to make 1 pot, and only focus on making 1 pot and make that pot as perfect as possible, making that the best pot possible. And he told another group, okay, I don't care about how good 1 pot is, but I just want you to make as many pots as you possibly can. Just spam pots, right? Spam trial reels, right? And then guess which group made the better pots? The second group that wasn't caring about making one thing perfect and putting so much effort and heaviness into 1 pot, but they were just flowing and having fun and just creating, right? It's just art. They're just creating. They're not after the process, the outcome of a perfect pot, but they were just completely invested in the process of making and creating, right? And that's what we want to do. And you're like, oh, wow, we're just making little shitty reels on Instagram. No, it's not little shitty reels. Like, if you really show up and be yourself, it's art. It's no different than a painting or pottery. Like, art is just authentic expression, right? So if you can genuinely just show up as you and say your shit as authentically and as you as possible, that's as impactful as the Mona Lisa, okay? Well, it can be, you know, who knows, right? Okay, maybe not. I mean, maybe a reel can only go so far, but it's the beginning, right? It's your tiny microcosm of a Mona Lisa that you are learning to make, which eventually will lead to the magnum opus of your actual Mona Lisa. Yeah, and especially in the beginning of this content process journey, like, you want to just do quantity over quality, right? Because you want to get into the practice of sending and flowing and feeling what it feels like to talk from your authentic self and overcoming the perfectionism and stuff like that. But if you're, and most people are so focused on quality, not because necessarily they want to make the best video, but because they're afraid of how people will judge them. Like, sure, you're going to go through the processes of changing the different types of font and colors of your subtitles and different filters and music and stuff. Like, that's fine. It's totally fine, I think, to just play around and have fun. But don't forget, the point is for you to, like, send your piece into the world. And if you're jerking off to the color of the font too much to the point where you don't send it, then you are cock blocking God and you're preventing the world from receiving your gifts, basically. Like, imagine we're all workers, employees, proxy soldiers of God, and we all carry a piece of the mission, the divine mission, right? God's plan into this world, and we need to do it, right? Well, you gotta fucking do it. But if you're so concerned about, how you look or how you sound in the process of you doing it, that you don't even do it, then you're kind of failing at your job in a way, right? So my intention is to help you just do the job, put the fries in the bag, put the lightning in the bottle, right? Regardless of what the bottle looks like, it fucking doesn't matter. Just do it. At the very least, just do it, right? And then you can make it pretty later.